you're doing well. So, one thing I noticed is I need to get better at asking people to subscribe at the beginning of the video because I get a lot of viewers from search. So, hi, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button because I put out new Whisper videos almost every day. Or at least I have been the last 2 months. I plan on continuing because I like it a lot. Anyway, if you're not new here, question of the day for you. I had a question of the day. What? Oh, here's the question of the day. When was the last time you called 911? Or have you ever had to call 911? Or, I think it's 112 in England. I have a couple English, British, subscribers. So, if you saw the title, a little clickbaity, I did have to call 911 today. I was out walking Bear, I have the lights on today, so you can actually see him. He's right there. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in on him. Oh, focus. There he is. I'm just gonna finish the rest of the video like this. Is that okay? Super tight. Are you super tight ASMR? Just like this. Oh, the ASMR. Yes, hello. Anyway, sorry. So I was walking Bear. And I see at the building across the way from my apartment that somebody's has a fire pit on their balcony. And I'm like, that's weird. You're not supposed to do that. And I was like, what? Maybe they're roasting, it's a special occasion or whatever. So I walk him around our normal walk spot, and I look, and it doesn't look like anyone's on the balcony. So I'm like, oh, that's weird. So I walk over there, and the balcony is just on fire. Like, it's a small fire, but it looks like a fire pit size fire, but there's no fire pit because I could see ash just raining down from the balcony. And I was like, oh no. So I call 911. And as soon as I get on with the fire department, I hear someone yell, oh shit. And they open the door and they panic and they run back inside with and get a pot full of water and they put the fire out. I don't know what caused the fire, but I was like, okay, we're okay. No big deal. Interestingly enough, my heart rate was up to 180. You could see it on my workout chart. It's just fine, poof, and then back down. So that was my fun. I've called 911 a lot of times before. I'm not new to the 911 rodeo. I've only ever had to call it here in my apartment. I've lived here for almost 3 years now. I've only had to call one other time, and that was because of somebody had it must have been psychosis or something. But he was just screaming and just yelling and something. He was just not having a good day. I don't know if he got into a fight with his significant other or if that was just an imaginary person. But he was yelling at the cops to kill him and stuff, and luckily the cops here handled it very well, and they talked him off the ledge, so to speak, because I think he wanted death by cop or whatever that is, or I think he was just off medication and just had a break, and it just wasn't a good day for him. So bit scary. But the cops did very good. They came, they didn't pull their guns, they didn't tase him, they just talked to him, and they've obviously been trained. So, props to the Ralston Police Department. And then back when I worked at the ice rink, I'd have to call 911. Oh, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 times a season. Usually just some kid would get hit pretty good, and then wouldn't get up, and abundance of caution, It's just, I'm like that, I'm not touching the kid, I'm not dealing with this, we're calling the ambulance, they're gonna come check him out, so. And then a couple times, there was adults that would get injured, a lot of these people not wearing their cages, and so we'd be like, you want us to call 911? They're like, oh, I'll just drive myself to the hospital and get the stitches, or whatever. So, moral of story, you play hockey, wear a full face. If someone's not paying for your dental insurance for you to play hockey, there's no reason you should not have a full face mask. That's if you playing hockey comes with dental insurance, things happened today too. I had a pizza, that was good, and I made cookies, and those were good. So bad diabetes day, but good food day. I also fixed my laptop, which the battery was broken, so I replaced the battery, but that requires like taking the keyboard off and like unscrewing like a million screws. And so it actually like broke like a year ago, and I bought a replacement battery for it, and I just today now did it like over a year later, fixed it. So whenever I did it, I'm a winner. Yeah. So having a good day, I'm working on, if you watched, if you go down on the front page, the channel page, there's a self-development video. It says like, one exercise that'll change your life. The short version of it comes from Jordan Peterson. You basically just sit down and you look around, your house, your apartment, wherever you are, even in your office, you can do this. And just look at all the problems facing your life, What are the problems in the room, What's wrong with the room? What can I put into order? And so today I did that, and I was like, my laptop, I've got the battery, it's right there, sitting on the bookshelf. This laptop, every time it comes unplugged, it kicks off, so that's obnoxious. And I was like thinking about just buying a new laptop because I want to get into doing more, being more creative, and more output, digging stuff out. Like, I'm already very creative, but I want to focus on exercising it more, and instead of collecting a lot, I want to have output. I want to be creating. I want to be making things. So, writing scripts, both for videos that I want to film and both for like short films that I want to make. There's that. Just writing. I like writing. So I thought about writing more for my blog, especially as my business changes. And so I want to be doing that. Just talk about things I like, and get maybe do like a medium blog, something. I don't know, But I like this ASMR because it's a good way to like stream of conscious what I've been thinking about. And also, like right now, my watch is charging. Look at the tan line. It's really not that bad. I thought it would be worse. It would have been worse over the summer. So that's something I've been thinking about, yeah. Just so good, busy day. A lot of stuff happened. Went to the bank. That was big. I had a couple paychecks, so I deposited them. Making some moves with with stocks. Not really. I don't think I did any stock movement today. It's my best friend from elementary school's birthday. Texted him happy birthday, so that's cool. He's 35 or 36 now. I don't remember. He lives in Nashville though. So does my little brother. So maybe I'll have to go visit both of them sometime here. Once COVID's over, once I get the vaccine, then I'll feel a little safer. So yeah. I had some other things to talk about today. I don't remember what they were. So I'm thinking, one thing I am thinking about is getting back into doing the trigger noises. And I have a setup for a different mic setup, so I can have two mics at once. I think it should work. I haven't tested it yet, so I'm pretty stoked about that. And really because I have a couple gigs this month, some things that are like nebulous, but I don't think they'll take too much time, and I really want to get started, like, why wait till January? I want to kind of kickstart, finish this year strong, and go into next year just making stuff. And so I think, while I can only whisper for so long, before my voice starts to, I wouldn't say it starts to hurt, but if I know when I do like those hour-long whispers, it does start to get to me a little bit. So that's why I try to keep it to like 20-30 minutes at the most days. That feels like a sustainable number. I feel like I could sit here and just really hammer out the trigger noises, and I have a whole box of things I want to do just simple trigger sounds with. So that's big on my list, and I had been working on an all night long circle scratching video, which people loved my circle scratching videos because there wasn't that many of them on YouTube, I guess. So I've kind of been collecting all year. I've been collecting like little bits and pieces here and there, and I think, in the next couple days I want to just like gung-ho that super hard and get, collect. I don't know how many sounds you would really need to get a full all night, because I'll be reusing a lot of them. But I think, if I had 50 to 100 and they were each a minute or two long, that's a good length before you start getting into repeats. So I think even that might be overkill. You could probably do 25 or 30. If you did 30, they were each 2 minutes long. That's an hour of unique sounds. Then it's just looped 10 times. So that's something I've been thinking about. I just want to be making stuff for the ASMR. I feel like I've really hit a stride here with it. I'm really happy. I'm really proud of myself for like getting in here and making so many videos the last like 2 months. And I want to keep stepping it up. I was talking about yesterday, just kind of like the rationale, like how can I help people, And I was thinking today about, sustainable output, and how like this, I feel like this is the most sustainable output because I could just sit down and talk, and I could go. You understand? You've watched. I can just talk. So I think, I don't know if that's a skill that I just don't ever shut up, but if it helps people sleep, I'm here for you. Oh man. And I've also been thinking that I need to get a humidifier going. I think it's dry. Because I feel like my lips are dry, my skin is dry, my plants are dying. Which I don't understand why. I water them frequently and they still just look kind of sad. So I'm like, maybe the apartment itself is just dry and I need to get like a humidifier rolling. And maybe that might help them. Something, because I don't have the AC rolling much anymore. So like the air handling is just off most of the time. So, when the window's not open, I try to get I open the curtains so there's sunlight coming in, so, they're getting that, but like, they just look sad, and I'm like, I don't want sad plants, I want happy plants, because having sad plants defeats the whole point of having plants. They're supposed to be nice decor, so, I don't know, plants are hard, but, there's that. And speaking of decor, I've also thought about, there's a organizer woman, she's kind of like the local Marie Kondo, so I thought about hiring her to come take a look at my apartment and kind of give me her notes on, she'll do it, it's like $60 an hour, so I'm thinking, it's probably 2-3 hours worth to have her come and look at the apartment, give me like notes on what she thinks I can improve. I want to do one more round of decluttering, so I'll probably read Marie Kondo's book again, and then give it another go to really get rid of some more stuff. I'm very proud of how far I've come. Over the last year or so, I've really gotten rid of a lot of stuff. And so, but I have more room to go. I have a lot more stuff to get rid of. So I'm gonna do it, just kill it and have her come look at my apartment, and give me notes, tell me what I need to fix, what I could do better. I know the problem is I feel like I'm not a good client because some things are in my apartment out of pragmatism, like the camera setup. This is theoretically the best place to have the camera, but it is like in my living room, but I want to design my environment for productivity, but I also want it to look nice, so I'm trying to strike a balance, and right now it's mostly for productivity, which I'm okay with, but I also want, want my girlfriend to feel comfortable here, especially because, we just kind of got back together, but we're already, things are burning pretty hot, which is nice. and we've kind of been talking about how she's not happy living at her parents' house, and we kind of make mentions about her moving in here. It's a very small space though, which that has me worried a little bit. But she doesn't have that much stuff, so she lives at home with her parents. She has like a bed and a dresser, and like that's it. She's very very little furniture, so that's kind of ideal that she would just move in here. But it's like probably. I've never lived in an apartment with another person before. Well, I have once before, but it was a 2-bedroom with a roommate. And I've never done it with a significant other. Like, I've lived in houses with significant others. But it would be nice to have her around. I know it would force me to be a little cleaner, a little better about some habits. And she, could help me out with a lot of things with, as far as like staying on me about, eating better and working out and all that stuff. I mean, I work out. I don't need help working out, but like, yeah, I don't know. And that's the other side is like, well, she has a 9 to 5 and I work freelance, which means I'm up all night and I work out at night. So it's like if she goes to bed at like 9, 10 o'clock, that's like right when I start working out. So it's like, okay, you're going to bed and it's gonna get loud, like right when you start. So there would be an adjustment period, but I would like it if she lived here. I would see her a lot more. I don't get to see her as much as I want to. So there's that, and her parents like are quite strict, to put it politely, in that they don't let her stay over, and I don't understand. They like even told her like she like for us to move in together, I would have to propose to her, which I'm like, okay, well, I understand where they're coming from, but the flip side of that is like, I don't think I could propose to somebody who I've not lived with. Like, if anything, that would be like me proposing to you would be like, this is really just so we can move in together, and then there would be like a 6-month period of us living together to decide if that was actually, because living with somebody, that relationship dynamic changes a lot, when you're okay, like you're around me all the time, I'm around you all the time, like, do we still like each other? It's a big, and that's why you're seeing like as quarantine's coming out, more and more people, you're gonna see a lot of divorces and stuff because people working from home, people being around each other all day. It changes things. So you just gotta know for sure, and I'm trying to be better about being open and expressing myself and taking chances and being risky. But that's the reality of the situation, is like, to know for sure if I would like to marry you, like, you do have to live with me for a while, and we have to figure out if we're gonna. And also the flip side, like, you come here, like, can you live with me and my weird habits? I don't have a normal lifestyle. Can you come and be quiet at a certain time every day for 30 to 60 minutes while I whisper at a camera? Because, like, this is gonna stay here. And doing the ASMR videos at night is always the best way to do it. I mean, of course I could do it after she goes to bed, but like, I want to get them up before midnight, so it might just be a change of like, okay, well, now the videos are getting posted at 1 a.m. and you could just watch yesterday's video. And then I would probably just make, some gap time videos to fill in everybody. So, anyway, there's that. That's something, that, down the road. Although, from a pragmatic sort of thing, it would be great to have her live here, because I would see her as much as I want to, which is amazing. That's what I would like. And I could, I feel like I have a gift to like be able to talk to her and influence her for good. And I feel like some of you have commented that I might be rubbing off on you a little bit, which that makes me happy to hear, like helping people become the best version of themselves and live their best life. Like, I'm into that. And she needs that, because the way her parents go about it, like, I don't feel like they have ever reflected on, are their methods it's working, because they're not, they're having, obviously they don't seem to have that self-reflection to get through to their children. And like her mom even talked to me the other day, and it was just like, can you talk to her about this? Like, she listens to you, I don't know. And I'm like, well, maybe because I don't have that sort of attitude about it. Like, she should listen to me. Like, I talk to her like she's a person and ask why things are the way they are, and then we talk about them, and then we propose potential solutions that would work for her and to get the best out of her, which, and I think, that's how you gotta do. People have to have autonomy and agency in their decision making. You can't just yell at, like, yeah, people will listen if you, like, constantly tough love them, but, like, only to a degree, and then as soon as they can get out of that situation, like, they're gone, and then you're not gonna have a great relationship with them going forward after that. You got to, and I don't know if it's just our generation that's like that, millennials and younger that need a little more of a hand through it. And I think, at least with my generation, it's like, well, our parents, really, like, when we were kids, we were allowed to kind of play outside, but kids these days aren't, and everything is like, oh, we gotta be safe. And even when I was a kid, that was kind of starting to become a thing. And it's like, I don't feel like kids are left to make up their own mistakes. And so, I think when you, as a part of growing up and part of maturing, you have to make mistakes and deal with the consequences and reflect on them. And parents don't let that happen as much anymore. And so I don't know if they're just getting frustrated and they're like, have to be like yelling at their kids to get them to respond. But this is when we're getting way over my head, with psychology and mental health. But I just think more parents need to reflect on their relationship with their children and ask themselves, why is it the way it is? Why isn't it the way I want it to be? What could I be doing differently to get, because they want what's best for their kid, of course. And so it's like, okay, well, how can I achieve that? And that includes testing things, trying things. And I don't want to try to be like, I know I have all the answers, because I don't have any kids. And there's a reason for that, because I don't have any of the answers. But, this is just something I've learned, is like, if you want to influence people's behavior to act in their own best interest and to get off negative, destructive paths, you have to work with them on it. They have to have agency. You kind of have to incept people into thinking it was their decision. And, that sounds manipulative and gross, but it's like, I don't know how to use that power for evil, really. So, yeah, I feel like, I know that's like a thing. Like, there's a lot of guys that will take advantage of women, and that's, not even just that way. It goes both ways. People try to take advantage of the opposite sex to get what they want, whether that's, if you want stereotypes, we're talking, like the guy, the player, or the woman who's the gold digger, like, what, take those stereotypes, but, like, those are manipulative people. But I genuinely want people to just do their best, to have their best life, and it's like, if I can help them with that I get something out of that, So, anyway, I hope you're doing well, and if not, I hope that turns around for you. And, as always, if you got something on your mind, if you want to, want my opinion on it, I'm very opinionated, and I would love to help you out, help you live your best life, free of charge, because I don't understand life coaching or how to charge people for it, and that seems gross. But, drop a comment, let's talk. I'm here for you. Anyway, that's all I got today. I hope you're doing well. I already said that, but I still hope it's true. So, go get some sleep, and then we're gonna wake up tomorrow, we're gonna crush it. There's like 29 days left, I think, in the year. So, running out of time to make some get some of those wins, to build up some wins. We're gonna build our wins, we're gonna build our momentum, and then we're going to 2021, and we're gonna fuck it in the mouth, for lack of a better term. So, also I found out you can cuss. If you cuss later in the video, YouTube is less mad about that, so I'm gonna start saying fuck the ear in the mouth. Is that ASMR? It is now. Okay, go get some sleep. I'll see you tomorrow.